So I have with me Andrea Williams. She's a Senior Business Development Officer, and she is about to talk to us, how entrepreneurs can differentiate target market versus target audience. Morning, Andrea Williams. How you doing?
Dr. Taylor.
You good?
I'm good, and you?
I'm fine. Although I've had a front seat, I love to learn. So
All right.
teach us some more today. Yes, I'm listening. Yes.
Okay, yes. I just want to tell our audience about how to differentiate your target market from your target audience. So the target market is that specific grouping. Who is it that will be buying from you? So it's very strategic. You would do your research, talk to people, do questionnaires, just to find out what are the needs out there that hopefully you as an entrepreneur can fill. So, for example, you're doing catering, you can look at different target markets. Can you target event planners who have weddings, or focus on corporate events, focus on catering and fun day for kids, healthy meals, delivering convenience, and so on. So when you test all of these different possibilities now, you're trying to find out which market is there that can make a sustainable business for me in terms of frequency of buying, will it be profitable, and so on. The target audience now is at that specific moment in time, who are you communicating to? Who are you marketing to? So you're moving now from the strategic to the tactical and the operational on the ground. So you'll be designing specific campaigns to fit a particular target market, for example, an event planner or so, So that is how you say a broad example of how you would differentiate the target market from the target audience.
Right. So the target market, and I get that, the target audience, while they may give you more likes and more attention, they are not necessarily those who are going to be spending the money.
Exactly.
Right. But there is indeed a connection, I'd like to think.
Yes.
Between the two? Yes. So how do you make that connection, though?
Well, the audience is derived from that when you do your research. So, for example, when you want to define a target market, you would look at a problem that might be out there that people want to solve. How can you improve on something? How could you meet a particular need? And what is your competitive advantage? There are so many things out there. What will make me better than the rest? And then look also at your competition. You have direct competition, indirect competition. So the research is very important. The digging down to find out about the demographics, psychographics, and the behavior of this ideal person that you could say you're creating like a customer persona. So might be the age range for your product that you want to put out there, what kind of lifestyle, their purchasing pattern, are they price sensitive or not? And all of these things you will check in. And as you said before, the consumer can be different from the customer. So you want to make sure that your thing is targeted on the person who will be paying for that service or product that you will be putting out there. So, for example, suppose you want to create some sort of nice chill spot after work, a kind of karaoke thing, poetry reading, authors doing, readings to promote their books, group talk. So you have some specialists out there that come in once a week and talk about investment, agro-processing, anything at all, People will submit the kind of topics that they want to hear about. Now, something like that would not be for everybody. So you'd have to zero in on what kind of target market is out there that would probably want to consume that sort of offering. So could be a mature audience, someone maybe from 41 to 56 years old, a professional, someone that listens to talk shows, someone that loves to be edified, still reading a book, have the pleasure of physically holding a book and reading, not just online. So when you look at all of that now, maybe that could be a typical Generation X. And then you want to know now, where am I going to be able to advertise to pique that interest, to capture that Generation X person? And it could be RJR. RJR could be that type of draw that thought of person, you know? And then you have to also think now about what time do you think you'll be able to put something on RJR that you'll be more likely to capture that audience. Could be in the morning when you're driving to work, 6 a.m.
Yes. Kind of like what you're doing now.
Right. Or in the afternoon, during the day.
Exactly.
You know, that's how I show like it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Good. Gotcha.
So,
all right. So, I'm really getting this understanding, you know. So you have to know who you're selling the thing to and who you're selling the service to and all of that. No.
Definitely.
So, design thinking and target market.
Right.
Right. Walk me through those two. Yeah.
All right. The design thinking will be the process that you're going through to create that prototype or that service, and then you're going to be testing it on the target market.
Yeah.
So always have your customer segment in mind. Who is it that you're creating this thing for? And then you can probably diverge, pick up possible ways in which you could solve the problem. And then you converge, you zero in on the best possible way. And testing is always important. Test, get feedback, tweak, go again. Nothing is cast in stone.
Okay. So this is kind of silly question, but how will that guide my business strategy as a small business operator?
Well, you know, just like a regular business where you just don't run out there and just start doing what you're doing. You always have to think about that high level strategy, why you're doing something, where you're going. So similar to a business where, you know, you make sure you have your mission, your vision, your goals and objectives. That is to guide the business. And then there must be alignment, and it must be connected now to your action item. So it's the similar thing. What is the why? So, for example, you have some perfume you want to sell. You want to get into the psyche of the target market, the audience. Perhaps when you do your research, you find out that there's a need for high-end perfume. So therefore, that is guiding you right away. You could probably be dealing now with a differentiation strategy. And when you're differentiating, you can sometimes charge a high price because the value, it could cost you $5,000 to make this perfume, you know, but you could sell it for $20 because there is that need out there. People want that sort of, that kind of status or this inclusive thing to say, yes, I'm wearing, you know, so-and-so perfume from whatever not. And therefore, all of that now matches together. You have to think now about pricing, as you said, could be a high price. How are you going to distribute this? Maybe certain boutiques and some specialized stores. How are you going to market it? It has to have the feel of richness and appealing to somebody like that. And then you might enter into strategic partnerships with persons, right? So, you know, that is it. The why. The guide strategy is not just go there and just do something to sell something, you know? Always think it through. Yeah.
I got you. No, I know, no pun on my name intended, but I know you have to tailor things down to who your target audience is. But
definitely,
can you, have a wide net and try to but try to make your message available to everybody?
You know, you could sell it, but it's not advisable to just put out something there and say, all right, everybody run, come, take it, you know? You do be spreading yourself too thin, spreading your resources out there, trying to capture everybody, you know. Different target segments, as you said, should have uniquely tailored marketing strategy. So always do that. I mean, if anybody comes to you, of course it's a sale, you're taking it. But in terms of marketing, you want to get your big bang for your buck. You want that return on your marketing investment. So you're going to ensure that whatever marketing strategy you have, it is specifically done to attract the person that you think might give you the most sales, and of course profitability is what entrepreneurs are all about.
Yes, got you. Focus makes sense. You have a wide net, but you have to know where you throw the net. Got it.
Amen.
We need more information. I'm certain. Don't have enough time. How we can reach you, or how other people can reach you.
Well, we're at 14 Camp Road. Look on our website, www.jbdc.com, JBDC Jamaican on IG, and we're on Facebook. And we have branches all over, Manchester, St. Anne, Westmoreland, St. James. So when you go on our website, jbdc.net, just go down, contact us. You'll see all the contact information, or for head office, 928-5161, which is at 14 Camp Road, as I said. But we are here to help you island-wide. And I'd like to also, if I may, tell persons about our fundamentals of business training that will be on February 3rd for 4 Tuesdays, and the cost is $4,000. And our starter business training, March the 3rd, 4 Tuesdays again, for $10,000. Typically from about 9:30 to 12:30 in the morning. It's online, so persons can, please join.
Right, and make sure when you come back on next week, you tell us more about that as well. Very important. That's the cheapest you can get the training.
So,
thank you so much. We're totally out of time for the segment. Andrea Williams, Senior Business Development Officer at the JBDC. We just did Grow Your Business.